Welcome to Verse Church Management Software. In this tutorial, we are going to be looking in the financial module, and we'll be doing a quick tutorial on the direct deposit setup. And our next tutorial will be on the direct deposit processing. When you receive your deposit report from the diocesan office, it will have a list of names, a list of amounts next to those names, and next to that it will have the account that the parishioners are donating to. Here in the direct deposit setup form is where we tell the system, where we tell Verse who we want to give how much to which account. And this is our automatic direct deposit setup form, where we only set this up once, and every month it's a 3-step process, and then it's automatically posted. So first of all, though, our first stop is the direct deposit setup form. So in the finance switchboard, you're going to click on the direct deposit setup icon. The direct deposit payment setup form opens, and you can see it populates with the first record in the database. Well, it doesn't matter because we're going to choose someone from our drop-down list. We can see that James Brown, Jane Doe, and Sunday Green already are on direct deposit. So let's say that on our list we've got Danny Jones. She is giving a certain amount of money to one of our accounts, and we want to have her set up. So we click, this is very important. So your first step is, after you call up the person that's on direct deposit, you're going to select the checkbox. That must be selected or they will not show up. So we know that Danny gives 2 envelopes, and she gives every month, so you select your frequency, and she gives $50 every month. And the deposit day, because we have the 10th, the 15th, and the 25th as examples, we're going to choose the 15th for this individual. We also know that Danny gives to the Easter Flowers account, and she gives this monthly, and it's $5. And she gives that on the 15th as well. That's it. Now Danny is completely set up to be processed every month on monthly on the 15th of the month, and we'll address that, how to post that, in the next tutorial. But let's just say we have one more person that we want to add to our list that we get from the diocesan office. We have George Brown. We're going to select the checkbox right here, and we'll just wait for that to come in. It's slow again. There we go. And we're going to choose again envelopes, and the frequency is monthly. The amount is $100, and on the 25th. So we'll just keep going until we add everyone we want. But let's, for the sake of ease, say that's it for now, and we can exit out of this form. Okay, a little pause. There we go. Okay, so we are back at the financial switchboard, and now we want to actually go into the direct deposit processing. So this icon is going to open up the switchboard for direct deposits. In here you can go to the mini helper, which gives you all the steps, everything you need to do, starting with the very first step. Nice, easy steps to follow in the mini helper. And we've been to the direct deposit setup form. We know what we have to do there. Now we want to go to our direct deposit processing, so we're just going to click on that icon. For all previous deposit controls that we've already posted, we can just click on this button, and we can see the last one is actually excuse me, P9. It just kind of got out of order there, but that will happen depending on if you have, this is going by date. So it's sorted by date. And for practice purposes, we posted something from the 15th, which we posted that after the 25th. So obviously it's going to go down in the, these numbers are a little bit skewed, but this is not. This is in numerical order of deposit day. Okay, this is just a reference number, so it doesn't matter if that's out of order. But we do want to check here to see the last posting we did. So we know we have to do September because August is finished. Okay. So next step here is to go into our month. Let's make sure that we've got the correct month. We want September. Okay, this is very important. If you have more than one month selected, it will post to both months. So you need to make sure you have the month selected that you need. Okay, so we're going to close out of there. We're going to make sure we're on 2016. We are. So let's exit there. And now basically we're ready to go. Step 1, we're going to check our deposit frequency. If this isn't selected, then by all means select it. And let's say we want to start with our deposit day of the 10th. So if there's anything else selected, just make sure you deselect it, and we'll go with the 10th. We'll go in order of our deposit days. And we want to take a look at our report. So we can see that on the 10th of the month, James Brown gives $25 to envelopes. And that's all we need to know. Now we can print this report off. So let's just say for the sake of ease, we have printed it off and we're going to close the report. And again, it's timing out on me. There we go. Now it'll go. Okay, and so now that we know we've got a report, we balance with our report from head office. And now we want to go ahead and process this. So we can see right here, this is very important. We see it's monthly, the 10th day of September 2016. So if that date is correct, we proceed to B. Once we're in section B, we are going to post the deposit. So we're going to click the processing icon to post the direct deposit. If we're not sure, we're going to cancel and just exit the form. But we're sure about this one, so we're going to go ahead and post. So we click the button to post. And Cam Studio, there we go, is slowing me down. But that's okay, we've got it posted, it went fairly quickly. Now we want to take a look and see if that posted, and it did successfully. We can see that now September 10th is posted. So my accountant likes his report. I'm going to click on step 3 and I'm going to just I'm going to type in P, I think it was 12, P12, P11, and we're going to say yes. And there's our report. It doesn't list any names or envelope numbers, nothing like that. We just want to make sure that our accountant is getting the date that it was deposited and how much money went to which account. We'll do a couple others, and you'll see that there's more than one account and more than one amount as well. So you'll see how that works. This was just a very simple explanation of one of the reports. Okay, so we're not finished yet. We now want our monthly, but we don't want the 10th anymore because we've done it, and we're still in September. Now we want the 15th. So we're going to take a look at our report, and we can see that we've got the report from the Synod office. We're looking at it. We know it's $65 and that we had this individual giving $10 to Hymn Sing, this individual giving $50 to envelopes, and that same individual giving $5 to Easter flowers. That's exactly what's on my report from the Synod office. I know it's the 15th day of the month, 2016. Everything's good. I can now print this report off and I can post. And I can see it's a correct month here. Always look. Monthly, the 15th, September 2016. Let's post it. even though this is paused. The only reason why this pauses is because of this program that I have running. So normally this would go very quickly. So do not ever click this button twice. It will post twice. So you don't want to do that. Just be patient and wait, and it will go. There we go. Now that should be posted. It didn't tell us, did it? I'm going to go and check because I'm not positive and I want to make sure that I didn't. Okay, we're still there. So let's go back in. I do apologize, but this is a Cam Studio slowing things down pretty badly. There we go. So there's our deposit has been processed. If you don't see that, you know it didn't work. But let's take a look anyway. There we go. September 15th, P12. So now we're going to print off a report for our accountant, and we want to put P12 in there. And okay. Now we can see where we have in our envelopes account, we've got $50, and we've got in our Easter flowers account, we've got 5, and in HimSing we have 10 for a total of $65. And this is a report that I will give to my accountant, and it's on September 15th. Let's close. One more to go. We're going to just do the 25th. Remember to deselect. We have monthly on the 25th. Let's look at our report. And the report that we have from the Synod office is correct. It's at $200. Everything is correct. We make sure we're on the 25th monthly, and then we're going to close. We're going to print it off and close it, and we're going to post. Make sure it says the 25th here. Post. Deposit has been processed, and that's how quickly that should go, just like that. And then we'll check here. There it is, the 25th. So I know I've got my full month done. If I go here and I see, for instance, see how we have 2 for August the 15th? That was just for testing purposes, but sometimes you can have 2 on the same day because you might have a special pre-authorized one-time deposit for the 15th of a month, and you want it separate from your regular deposit. So you'll have to do a separate one for that day, and that's fine. You can certainly do that, but you might want to make a note somewhere saying that you do have, it's legitimate, you have 2 deposits for a certain day of the month, one on deposit control number 8, one on deposit control number 10, or whatever it may be. And just keep notes so that you don't think you double posted. Okay, and then again, you've got your summary report there. I think we saw this one already. Yes, we did. And you print that off and away you go. And basically that's it. You're done. That is your tutorial for the pre-authorized payment setup form and the pre-authorized payment posting. So I managed to get this all into one tutorial, and that's great, but we're going to sign off for now.